People like programmers and developers who are certainly keystones in the development of a startup, but also equally on the business side, it's so important as well, being able to generate things like sales and validate the ideas themselves. So I certainly figured out from pretty early days on that I was on more the business side than the technical side. Hey, my name is Alex Gillis. I'm CEO and co-founder of Bitness, as well as founder of the Next Foundry program. I'm a first-year student at Sauder School of Business here at the University of British Columbia. I love to swim, sail, and ski. So Bitness is a retail location analytics platform. We started the project back in June 2014 as a product that would go into stores and track the number of smartphones in the store, therefore tracking the number of customers. Since then, we've kind of pivoted the product more into an infrared sensor that's able to pick up the number of shoppers that go and look at and pick up specific products in the store. So this way we're able to have a product on a shelf and be able to tell the merchandiser and the retailer exactly how many shoppers go and browse and look at that product and how that converts directly into sales. I definitely feel like it was a snowball sort of effect. I did start it into the entrepreneurship kind of ecosystem back in grade 10. And as I moved forward, I had participated in the accelerator programs and the incubator programs, and I started to build kind of this business as well as almost a personal reputation behind it as well within Halifax. But people are very connected these days, and Halifax kind of connects me to Toronto. I got the experience of going on Dragon's Den and pitching there, then being able to attend things like the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, speaking with Justin Trudeau. These are all things that have kind of snowballed into more of a personal reputation, which again, I'm very thankful to have this as I'm able to represent youth in the future of what youth may be in Canada and globally as well. But working through these opportunities, I think they definitely have snowballed together to kind of build this brand and this reputation. So not only for Bitness or for the Next Foundry or for Hoist Halifax, any of these projects I'm involved in, but being able to have the involvement of myself and hopefully kind of have that impact that I'd like to have. The type of impact I'd like to have for the students of today and the students of tomorrow is something that embodies leadership. I think leadership is an aspect that's not currently taught in the current high school curriculum and really needs to be there. Things like business really resemble leadership and help students kind of learn the best way to work together and collaborate in a team, as well as in any setting, and help them move forward in their professional and personal career developments. I think my passion and my life goals are certainly interconnected, although I do think it is a bit like an iceberg as well. On top you see I want to have an impact on communities, and I want to, don't want to be cliche here, but I do want to make the world a better place. But beneath that, I think, comes all the layers and how to make that happen. So that involves things like me talking to people in government, me working with local organizations as well as global organizations to make movements happen. Most recently, I've been connected with a network called University Innovation Fellows through Stanford University, which I'm actually bringing to Sauder and UBC as a whole, to be able to deliver a framework of change so students are able to empower themselves and empower groups of students to work on initiatives. And I think almost having a framework is something that is my life goals and is my passion. It's not that I will be able to make all of the projects and all of the initiatives come true that will make the next step happen, or the next kind of big initiative happen that will completely change the world. But I think it's enabling myself to almost build a framework to have other people to amplify that effect. So I truly recognize that it just won't be me making all the change happen. It'll take hundreds of people, or maybe even tens of thousands of people to make real change in the world. So through programs like University Innovation Fellows, as well as the things I'm working on today, I hope to be able to amplify that effect and make the biggest impact that I can. Fear makes people do things most of the time. It kind of edges people to, leave the room if they're afraid, kind of get off the ride at the theme park if they don't like the roller coaster, right? However, fear in some aspects, if it's something about your personal goals, it really holds you back. So I'd like to encourage students to kind of pursue this fear and pursue the unknown, pursue the failure that might come in front of them or come ahead of them, right? Pursue this failure and almost see that, by even attempting, starting to have that gumption to try a project or to try working on something, it will shoot you miles ahead of where you were before being stuck in that position of fear, right? By pursuing that idea, I feel like it will launch you ahead and help you understand what your true passion is, what your true goals to pursue are, as well as at the end of the day, you may end up with a very successful venture, a project that you're able to launch. I like to think of myself as a bit of an observer. I think I do a pretty good job at understanding situations, environments, how process works. However, I do feel like a lot of my decisions are based off of instinct. I feel like I can make a good call most of the time, even when it's the most unpopular choice. I think it is a bit of a gut instinct. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I do feel like having a bit of an observation of the playing field before you even approach it is something that must happen. But at the end of the day, I think, as long as you make the decision that you believe in and that you can stand behind, that's the most important thing to consider. The Next Foundry is a program that's not just for Canadian students, but for students abroad as well. And we're providing a framework for students to learn entrepreneurship and to work towards their goal of launching an initiative or launching a company or launching a nonprofit while they're still in school. Applications are rolling and can be filled out anytime at thenextfoundry.com.